I guess is not yes. Let's talk about it today on the Prude's Guide to Intimacy.
Yeah.
What's up, people? Welcome back.
Do it through a text message. You can do it through an email. And
what is consent even?
ready to go. Okay. Hey. Okay. Hey.
Welcome back to the Prude's Guide to Intimacy. For those of you who don't know me, I am Amanda. So this month on the Prude's Guide to Intimacy, we are highlighting Sexual Assault Awareness Month, which happens every year in the month of April. So to guide us through this month, we will be using resources from the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. I will also link the information below so that you can look more into all of these resources. So the theme for this year's Sexual Assault Awareness Month is I Ask. I know you're like, you asked what? I asked for consent. I know we've talked about consent before on this channel, but today we're going to talk about it a little more in depth. So what is consent? Consent is basically asking somebody for permission to either perform a sexual act or just basics of touching them. And when you ask for consent, you want to make sure that you are clear in what you are asking the person for or what you are asking them to do. So you want to make sure that they are understanding what it is that they are consenting to. So how do you ask for consent? You need to remember that everybody has boundaries and that they have limits. Asking for consent can be as simple as, can I give you a hug? It can also be a little bit like, can we have sex tonight? People will either answer yes or no. If they say yes, they are giving their consent. If they say no, they are not giving their consent. And that brings us to getting clear consent from your partner. As I said in the intro, I guess is not yes. So if your partner says, I guess, we can if you want to, you need to stop them and just let them know it's okay if they don't want to do what you want to do. You can do something else. And if they say yes and you are in the middle of a sexual act or you're kissing or you're masturbating together, whatever you're doing, and they seem uncomfortable at any time, you want to make sure that you are checking in with them. Also, when they give their consent, you want to make sure that they are giving you eye contact. So when they say yes, you want to make sure that they are looking you in the eye so that you can be sure that they are serious about consenting to engaging in whatever it is that you are going to do. And always remember that no is okay. And if somebody says, no, I do not want to do this, you should be okay with that. And you should just be able to say, okay, well, maybe next time. Or, okay, well, what is it that you would like to do? Think about all of those facts. So we're going to switch gears just a teensy-weensy bit, and we're going to talk about consent in the digital age. As we all know, we're always stuck to our phones. No matter how much we try to say that we aren't stuck to our phones, we are. And with the digital age comes texting. We all have phones, but we hate talking on them, which is so weird, right? But we love to text each other all day, every day. And when you're in a relationship, you want to make sure that you have consent from your partner to text them 50 times in a day. So basically asking them, how do you feel about texting? How often would you like to text throughout the day? Do you want to text all day? Do you not want to text while we're at work or while we are in class? For all of you college students out there, I know because I'm a professor and y'all love to text during class when y'all should be paying attention. So you need to ask about, texting during, when is it okay to text, when is it not? Make sure that you have that conversation. Also, when we talk about consent, we're talking about posting pictures as well. So, when you're with your girlfriends or your guy friends or just your friends, you take a picture together and you get social media approval from them, right? Even though you and your partner are together, doesn't automatically mean that they want their picture posted all over your Instagram or your Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all of those different things. And if you and somebody are not in an exclusive relationship yet, you also want to make sure that you get consent from them. Maybe they aren't ready to go public. So you need to make sure that you have consent from that person before you post pictures of them in whatever activities that you two are doing. And last but not least, we don't want to pressure anybody into sending nudes. That is not cool at all. If you ask somebody to send you a nude and they say no, you just need to accept that. There should be no name calling or anything of that sort. And if somebody trusts you enough to send you intimate pictures of themselves, you should respect their privacy enough to not share those pictures with anybody on social media, your group chat, your group me, your Facebook group, or anything of that sort, because they trusted you enough to share that intimate part of you. And while we're talking about sending nudes, do not send nudes to people without their consent. Okay? Something simple that you can use that I saw on the National Sexual Violence Resource Center website is that they said, I would love to show you how I'm feeling right now. Okay? So you can use a line like that. Make it sexy, you know? Make it sexy. If you want to send somebody a nude, just make sure it's okay to send it to them so they aren't put off by your nudes. And today's not so fun fact is in 8 out of 10 cases, the victim knew their perpetrator. Now, that's food for thought. And that's all I have for you today on the Cruise Guide to Intimacy. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share with at least one person, and I'll see you next week.